Yo, what's going on, world? It's Ace Twin. This episode is sponsored by the 7-Day Get Confident on Camera Challenge. Have you ever imagined of talking like a pro on camera? Have you ever imagined creating messages to connect with your audience, to bring in more clients, increase your income? You camera shy, you're afraid to show up on camera. Well, check this out. I got the perfect challenge for you. Join my 7-Day Get Confident on Camera Challenge. After this challenge, it's guaranteed you're gonna go from being shy to undeniable on camera. And also, you're gonna be able to create messages that will connect with your audience. So if that's you, comment confident, and I'm gonna send it directly to you so you can get started. Now back to the show. Let's get it.
And I started thinking the prophesy shit was bull.
Yeah.
Until she said, "Yo, your ancestors watching you. You got ancestors that like you got angels around you. They watching you." She said, "I'm hearing a Margaret or a Mildred," and I was like, But like my grandma named Margaret.
Wow.
I didn't know nothing about no Mildred, but when I told my mama this shit, she said, "Mildred?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "That's my dad's mom."
Damn.
I never met her dad.
Yeah.
Or I don't know nothing about her dad. She said, "Yeah, that's my dad's mom name. Mildred and Margaret."
Dog, that shit gave me chills.
Come on, dog.
Yo, what's going on, world? It's Ace Twin. Welcome to the Risk Takers. And today we got a risk taker coming to the stage, man. He's an artist, professional DJ, hit maker. Man, he got a song up and coming right now that's got the streets buzzing. He on his way. I got the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, it's DJ Savage.
Hey, what
Let's go, my guy. Man, how you feeling, bro?
Hey, man, I'm blessed and highly favored, man. Shout out to God, man.
Yeah, I want to get into health.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's start off with that because you done lost probably like, what, about 80 to 100 pounds, bro? Something like that?
I lost about, it was like 60 pounds.
Yeah.
It was 60 pounds from where I was, but it was a significant loss because I lost it in the right places, like in my face, like right here and shit. Like my legs and shit still huge, but you know, I got that athletic body, so you know what I'm saying. But other than that, yeah, I did lose about 60 to 65 pounds.
What made you want to lose, you know what I'm saying, just getting in the best shape of your life? Like, what pushed you?
Well, actually, to be honest, I wasn't even worried about it for real. I wasn't worried about getting in shape. I was just going by life, but I ended up just getting into some stuff in my life that was, it made me, you know, I had like a downtime, like I was almost depressed. I want to say I was depressed, you know what I'm saying? And going to therapy, my therapist was like, yo, whatever you got going on in your life, you so worried about that you're not even eating. So I didn't even mean to lose the weight.
Yeah.
But once I did realize that I was losing weight, that's when I started going to the park, walking around and, you know, doing my push-ups and stuff like that. And all that helped out, you know what I'm saying? And I've gained some of the weight back, but because I went to the park and was doing that, it got me looking kind of, you know what I'm saying? I ain't as jacked as you.
Got trim on that, this motherfucker.
Hey, I ain't as jacked as this nigga jacked.
My boy chiseled a little bit. So you doing push-ups? Like, what type of workouts you was doing other than, you know, walking? Like,
well, honestly, the walking and the push-ups was all I was doing. So, you know, I would go to Railroad Park, and this because I didn't want to pay for a gym membership at the time.
Gotcha.
And I was going to Railroad Park, and I would take the longest mile, and I would put, you know, have the music in my ears, maybe for if I did 5 laps, 3 of my laps I had did with music, 2 of them I was talking to God. You know what I'm saying? But in the midst of those laps, wherever my starting point was, I would stop, do 20 push-ups. Do another lap, stop, and I said 5 just so I can do 100 push-ups a day.
Gotcha.
And I was going every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how that came about. When I did get a gym membership, I was with I Am Love Fitness.
I rock, bro.
Yeah.
Cool,
I was with him. I did it for like a month. And by the end of that month, like them little short sprints that we was doing, like when I first started, that was killing me. I ain't gonna lie.
So you were doing what, gastrics? Or were y'all just doing?
Nah, we was just we wanted to like sprint.
Yeah.
He was just like run down there and run back, don't walk type shit.
Yeah.
Man, by the end of the month,
now.
Yeah, it
gets it right though.
And once you look at it, it's just short of a distance. It's nothing. But running down there and running back made the difference. Like I said, when I started, I used to be gasping for breath, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But once the month ended, you know what I'm saying? I never went back after that. But once that month ended, I was killing that shit.
You was on your own then?
We was doing it every day.
How your diet was?
I was eating a lot of rice. A lot of something with rice, and I stopped eating pasta and stopped eating grease, meat, stuff like that. and I was doing fruits, vegetables, and water.
Yeah.
And if I did have something like salmon or something like that with some rice, and I was down there eating that shit every day. I probably get some shrimp fried rice, just a lot of rice, a lot of grain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what kind of that's what trimmed me up too, because I wasn't eating all that, burgers.
Yeah, that bullshit.
Yeah, you feel me? So.
And I want to talk about therapists, man. A lot of black males shy away from that.
Right.
We always think that we got it together. We don't need no therapist. We don't need this. We got it. You know what I'm saying? We got to put on this persona of being a tough guy.
Yeah.
When in reality, a lot of dudes inside are crumbling, bro, and they don't have nobody to talk to for real. So just talk about, as far as going to therapy, how much has that helped you by going to therapy?
Going to therapy kind of like, it opened up another door for me. And the other door that it opened was being able to listen to folks.
Yeah.
Because I had to take heed and take instruction to what he was saying so I can apply it to my life so that I can get better mentally. Because that's really all it is. It's psychological shit.
Yeah.
So my therapist was my pastor, Pastor Mike McClure Sr. You know what I'm saying, man? He would just tell me the truth. And this was the first time I had somebody, like, he made me tell everything I needed to say within like one setting, and that's because of how he was instructing the meeting. Like, he would be like, he'll ask me something. Once I answer, well, how did that make you feel? I explain. He came with a question, and the question brought everything up out of me that he needed to know. So going to therapy, it's an intervention. It's an intervention, and this is the male's time to not express, but to vent.
Yeah.
So and like you said, we think we got it all together because I was raised, men ain't crying, we ain't doing this, we gotta figure it out on our own, whatever the case may be. And I feel like in that instance, it makes some people stronger, but some people ain't mentally strong enough to hold it, and they need help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was one of them too. You know what I'm saying? I need help.
It blow up over time. It causes dudes to blow up on people and just blow up on any situation. Like, as we was growing up, 90% of dudes that's in America was taught how to be a protector and a provider.
Right.
We wasn't taught how to communicate, how to hold conversations. So that's why when in social settings, you'll notice dudes posting up, mugging. You a DJ, and you see this all the time. They're really not hard. Those dudes are really not tough. They just don't know how to. They don't have social skills,
right?
And they don't know how to communicate.
Right.
They want to talk, but they don't know how to talk. And same thing with approaching women. That's why they kind of really treat women like dirt.
Yeah.
Because in reality, they don't know how to communicate with a woman. Just have a simple conversation. And over time, bro, that shit really, it wears down on a man to the point where he blows up on anything.
Right.
So to say this, I think all males, when you get to a point to where you just can't take it no more, just get a therapist, bro.
Yeah.
Like what you did, bro, is powerful. Because a lot of people out there, they're gonna be like, damn, bro, he did that.
I had to.
And you probably make maybe 50, 60 dudes go, check on their mental health and get with somebody.
I hope it's 1,000 dudes, man.
Yeah.
And it's not a shame thing either. A lot of times, and I'm gonna say this, like, I believe 90% of deaths that involves males come from having too much pride. You can't have a lot of pride about your mental state when it's jacked up.
I agree with that.
Like, you gotta realize the problem. You know what I'm saying? You gotta accept that this is what's going on, and then you gotta get it fixed. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, don't get me wrong, man. That shit was tough. It was tough for me to go and tell somebody, yo, I'm going through this.
Yeah.
Because it was really.
I know that was, because especially if you ain't never done it before, like that should be a whhole nother.
You feel me? Like,
conversation, like it's just awkward. So I can see that. How did you get your confidence outside of, getting in shape and really just, taking care of your health?
Well, I got all my confidence from, honestly, from God. I've been in church all my life, so I understand now. And I'm like probably 3 years in of really understanding how God works in our life. You know what I'm saying? I've asked him. I think when I wrote my first song ever, I was in college. I wrote my first song ever. I recorded it, and I was letting my boys know and listen to it on the yard. This while I was DJing. It's doing the same thing I'm doing now, bro.
Same thing.
I did this shit at college, bro, and they was like, "Boy, you made this, man. This sound like, you know what I'm saying?" So I got motivated off that. But while I was making another hit, I was asking God, like, hey, I want a hit song. Like, put me in position to get a hit song.
This was how many years ago?
This was about 2012, nigga.
2012.
This was 2012,
shit,
bro.
We talking some years then.
Yeah, man. Look, I've been DJing for 15 years.
Yeah.
So this was 2012 when I asked God for it. And as of now, I feel like with everything that I've gone through from DJing and writing songs and people knowing that I rap, people know that I'm a musician and all that shit, I realize that I'm different.
Right.
So with me realizing that, I take heed in it, and I notice that like everywhere I go, I'm the one people are drawn to.
Gravitate to.
You know what I'm saying? And not being on no cocky shit, but I see what's going, like people love me. People will come speak to me because somebody else spoke to me.
Yeah.
I walk in that bitch and they be all eyes on me.
That.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all that come from God. I call it Godfidence. That's what it is. It's God. It's
that light shining through you, bro.
It's the light, bro.
You know what I'm saying? They see it.
And see, a lot of people don't really, I ain't gonna say that they don't believe in God, but they don't know what depth, in what depth to how to handle God, how to let God handle what things in your life.
Yeah.
People be like, oh, I can pray for this. You praying for it, but you got your hands on it.
Yeah.
You gotta take your hands off of it and pray for it.
That's a tough thing to do too. And I had to go through the same situation, bro, trying to figure it out on my own. And I found myself doing the same shit for the past 4 years I was doing. I said, I gotta do something, bro. And taking your hands off is very hard, especially when you like, if you a stubborn person or you just like, nah, I got this shit, I got my own. It's tough. How did you take your hands out of the situation and let God handle it?
Yo, mentally, I had to let it go. I had to be like, all right, this is what I gotta do. In order for me to get up out of here in this situation and get better in my life, I gotta just not think about it.
Not think about it, that's it.
I gotta like let it go. And even though shit be right in your face,
yeah,
you just gotta be like, you know, all right, bet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I had to turning the shoulder 1,000 times made it worse on what was going on. Like it started, all the problems shifted to over there. And all of a sudden I had the power. Like all of a sudden,
that's deep.
I had the power. And I didn't even notice it until I was like, dang, like me being an asshole right now is making her go crazy, or making the situation go crazy, making this nigga go crazy. Like they like, damn,
feeding into it.
You feel me? And people don't know how to, and I understand, cause like I said, I've been there. When it's right in your face, man, it's like, man, I'll slap the shit out of you.
Yeah.
But like, what you talking about? Like y'all be trying me, you know what I'm saying? But once you just let it go, it don't.
Cause they take your kindness for weakness.
You feel me? And then because you, like I said, because I was going through something with the weight loss and all that shit. Once I realized I lost weight and shit, like I ain't never had nobody, bro.
Yeah.
I always had like a little dad body. Even when I was young, I was a little chunky motherfucker. Man, when I realized I had like little creases and shit.
Oh shit!
Nigga, I'm on Instagram posting mess ups with my. It's my first time ever having my shirt off in life, nigga.
Yeah,
my first time ever. And then, like, and
that's a good feeling when you can walk past that mirror and you can look at yourself and be like, oh,
come on, bro.
Boy, I got shit popping.
Come on,
nigga,
bro.
I got the muscle. Hey, that's a whole nother feeling, bro. And for everybody out there, I feel like people need to experience that, bro. Just get in the best shape of your life. And it'll change your whole mindset, bro. How you talk, how you walk, how you think.
One time. And now it's to the point where, like, when it comes to losing weight, because I feel like I need to lose some weight some more. I ain't gonna lie. Shit, God been good. I've been making this money.
Yeah.
I've been eating. I ain't gonna lie to you. Nigga been eating. I've been taking stupid ass bitches out to eat. We eat pasta and shit.
Oh, so, you getting to it.
I'm getting to it. So I done gained a little weight back. But I don't want, like, I'll work out, I'll go walk and do the same thing.
Yeah.
But I know the fastest way, I can lose a lot of weight in 1 month just by fasting. And if I fast, I do a Daniel fast.
Okay, so, what's the Daniel fast for the ones out there that don't know?
Daniel fast is only fruits, vegetable, and water. Like I don't care what form the vegetable came in. Yeah. As long as it's a vegetable, I was eating it. So I like, if I didn't feel like, you know, getting some broccoli or whatever today, I'd go to I go to McDonald's, probably get some fries. Fries, that's it. It's a potato. You know, it's in grease or whatever, but it's still a potato. Yeah. So I eat that. I won't eat too much of it.
I gonna say, don't eat too much of that.
No, I don't eat too much, because it's still, if you eat a lot of it, all this shit will get congested. Gonna be congested by the throat.
Shit get back clumped up.
Looking like clumps in hoe.
Yeah.
But I would do that, or I would just go get a vegetable plate, or some days I eat strawberries, grapes, bananas and shit.
Yeah.
Like that would be my meal. Yes, I would be, and don't get me wrong, I would be starving. Cause if you know fruit, it's like fruit go in your body and kill off some fat.
Yeah.
And you hungry as fuck.
Hungry as hell,
man.
Because you know what I'm saying? If you're moving around, you don't really notice it. It's when you sit down.
It's when you sit down, be still. And
hell
like
yeah.
if you start working, your metabolism gonna help out too after a while. And the good thing about fruit is that you can eat it all day.
Yeah.
Like you ain't gonna never have too much fruit.
Where the fuck these gnats coming from?
I don't know, but we gon' you feel me?
We gonna figure this out.
It's all right.
Yeah.
They probably smell this.
Yeah, they probably
this dog right here.
Yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, man. So I'm glad. Like I said, first and foremost, I'm glad that you actually got your, you know, what I'm saying, mental together, bro. Your mental health, because that's very important, bro. Like,
God,
we all need that. You know, we all need to improve and strengthen our mental health, because that will control your world, everything in your world, man.
In the words of Pastor Michael McClure Sr., yo, what you think shapes your future. Wow. It shapes your right now. it does that. He just did a whole series on the mental process.
Yeah.
He was like, I was broke, but I thought I was rich. And now look at him. Son making millions.
Millions.
The #1 gospel artist in the world right now.
Yeah.
Like Kurt Franklin doing this thing. But the #1 gospel artist in the world right now is Pastor Mike Jr.
Pastor Mike Jr., dog.
Come on, man. You feel me? Like,
came in and just took over.
Come on, man. And I'm just so happy to be a part of that, man. Like I said about my pastor, he's real big on mental. Real big. He's a prophet. And he's real big on mental. He literally just got done with a series. Lord, I wish I had the title for that. But I just wanted to, you know, how you think is what's going to open the doors to what's going to be given to you in the future.
Mold your future.
So think you got it. Think you rich. Think that plan gonna work. Think it's okay to quit that job. Cause I quit my shit 5 years ago. I've been living on faith for 5 years.
Talking about a risk.
Risk. That's a risk take. I like
single, dog.
Ooh.
Tell me about the Pay Me, bro. How did that come about, man?
Commercial breaks in between and shit. I got my motherfucking Birmingham artists in the building, man. Real nigga, he been putting in motherfucking work. That nigga said he gonna pull up on the Sunday and shoot a motherfucking movie, right? That shit like my second home for real. Hey, Savage Way, what's up, my brother?
What Pay Me really came about, I ain't gonna lie. It's so hard because I was mad at a nigga.
Oh, so that's where it came from.
Man, I was so mad at a nigga, bro. And if you get the file from me or from my team, from my manager, it's gonna say Pay Me 2.0. Because the first Pay Me, I said this nigga name.
Oh, you really calling it
out.
out.
I wasn't playing.
Yeah.
I wasn't playing, but I was mad, and we had went through a situation where it was like if I would have explained myself or tell him what the ideal was, whatever, it would have been left alone. But he never gave me that opportunity. And he was like, and I'm calling like, bro, what's up? You know what I'm saying? He the one that got me put in with the label with TIG. Like it's a game. Shout out Lucci, you know what I'm saying? But and Billionaire Fly and nephew, A-Rod, the whole TIG team. Boss Lady, what's up? But he the one who introduced me to the Think It's a Game team. And I'm just gonna say like this, and my boy Posse, his name Posse, he an artist. Brilliant rapper.
Yeah.
Brilliant rapper. I love this man. I still bump his shit to this day. Shout out to his fiance, Love Dorsey. That's the influencer too.
Okay.
But he introduced me to Think It's a Game, whatever. And when that shit happened, he was like, nigga, you ain't TIG no more. You did it, and I'm like, man, this opportunity for me. And I'm like, what's going? Like I said, if I would have
Why would he say that though?
Because really what happened? We threw a at Euphoria when Euphoria got big.
Yeah.
The first Taco Tuesday that ever jumped like a motherfucker was the one me and my brother TCU had through. Now this was scam season, 2020. This was right after COVID. We opened up right after COVID. Like we was open before. But we took off right after COVID. So when COVID was going on, we had all the PPPs going on, all the SBA loans, all unemployment was going
type
crazy.
Of loans, grants
and I was a part of that, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you.
They made so much money doing that time,
nigga,
bro.
So them big ass turntables I got today,
from that,
all them speakers that me and DJ Cuzzo be having and shit.
From that PPP.
Come on, man, I ain't wasting no money on that shit. Niggas get $90,000 and want to buy Gucci. Now I went and bought shit. I went about that shit.
real thing.
That I'm still using to this day.
Yeah.
You feel
That
me?
was smart, bro.
So, of course it is. Niggas don't know how to invest
smart.
in themselves. But that's another
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
That's another, right,
So-
that's another episode.
So we threw a party. We threw a party. We booked Lil Bam. We booked Lil Bam and we booked Posse. Lil Bam was shooting he got out. His song was Julio.
Yeah.
The Julio remix.
That's when Julio just dropped.
Yeah,
What year that was? 2000.
This was 2020, 2021.
One.
So he dropped that shit, but it was a remix that dropped that had Rick Ross on it and
Yeah.
Juice Fruit.
I remember that.
So the same day he was shooting a video with Rick Ross now. So that shit took longer than what we expected. If you see that video, it's a big ass production.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he ended up not making it. So really we had all the people there, and Pasta was the main artist. Now he was an upcoming artist on TIG he wasn't like Lucci or Q Money or Rich Homie Quan. He was just starting, which is why we was with him. We did like a tour up and down Alabama and did a lot of footwork, stamping posters and shit.
Yeah.
Same thing Kay Carpenter was doing when she was here. You know what I'm saying? We was doing all that shit, right? So we did all this work for this man. We breaking his record. I'm at Euphoria. Like I said, Euphoria was jumping. We playing his record. By the time he got there,
spot too.
it was a great, man, I missed Euphoria.
Yeah,
bro.
that was the spot, bro.
And it was a great spot. So a lot of people was there. We playing his shit to the point where when he did come perform, everybody was like, oh, this whose song this is.
Yeah.
This what made me get on the breaking record shit because it was a process or whatever. I had to learn what it was to break a record.
Right.
And even though we was just playing the shit, we didn't realize people really be listening to your
Really
shit.
be listening to the shit.
They
Yeah.
really, so like I said, when they came, they put a face to the song. So boom, it was a great, even though Lil Bam ain't come, and everybody, they knew it wasn't our fault.
Yeah.
So that's what blew Euphoria up. Like, Bam was like, yeah, I'm on the way, I'm finna pull up, but it never happened.
Damn.
You know, he did pull up, but everybody was leaving. Like, we waited a long time.
Preston, he probably pulled up about goddamn 2:30. Club
Man, that
closed
nigga-
at 3, though.
And then he pulled up, it was about 2:30.
Yeah.
And I think what it was for his team, they was like, okay, well, it's 2:30 or whatever. Like, this normal time artists be performing, but this was COVID. So on COVID, we had to end shit at 12 o'clock. Remember that everything was
Yeah, he had that,
closing at 12 o'clock because of COVID.
That curfew.
We had a curfew, exactly. So he pulled up at 2. We was still there.
Yeah,
But
shit,
everybody was gone.
leaving.
It was for him. Now, we had discussed with Pastor. We was like, hey, we're going to give you something. You know, we spent a lot. We spent like 25. I spent like 25 on Lil Bam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was just coming up, but $2,500.
Hell yeah,
That was a lot of money.
Hell yeah, that's a lot of money.
So
you do a lot with that.
So we gave him, you know what I'm saying? We gave him more than half up front.
Yeah.
So we lost that. I was supposed to give him the back end when he got there. So I kept my back end, which was good. But like I said, because he didn't show up, the show was for Posse.
Yeah.
Like, we had all these people here for you. You was the main star, and they fought with you. People had the camera lights on them. They was like, oh, this the song. He was, I think he was meet and greet people and all that shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we talked about, we gonna throw you something. We threw him like $400 for coming. You know what I'm saying? That's really all we had.
Yeah.
Because after expenses,
paid that shit to the other artists. Yeah. It was a
we
wrap,
we
bro.
lost that. And then after the expenses, we had to pay security. We had to pay dough fee, split dough with the percentage. Now, whatever I spent, my nigga Twin, that's why I love Twin.
Yeah.
The owner of Euphoria.
Going forward, yeah.
He would always give me whatever I spent. He would get if it was a bad, it was never a bad night, thank God. But if it was a bad night, I would at least get what I spent back. But because bro didn't show up,
That's
it was a loss.
solid, though.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know too many goddamn owners or promoters that do that.
Because they did. Because the thing about it is, him doing that, letting us do that, it opened up for the other Tuesdays, and that's why Euphoria was looking like birthday bash on a
that
Tuesday.
bitch jumping.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about from back to forth. It started with that. We got on the phone with him, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm finna get where y'all left, finna pick up the other half." We was like, "Other half of them." I said, "We gave you 400." Like, what you mean? He was like, he like it was a problem.
Man.
And he said that we agreed to it, which I don't remember, but I'm not gonna dismiss it.
Right.
'Cause, you know, it's business at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. If you think we said that or we may have said, then okay, cool. But we ended up talking it out. But that's how the record came about. Cause before we talked it out, during that time, which was like a long time, probably like 2 years had went by.
Yeah.
He was like, he wouldn't answer my phone call. I was blocked on social media and shit. And I'm I'm like, nigga, we done broke your record here. We did all this shit, and we done did more. Bro, when I tell you we didn't, man, my girlfriend, my baby mama, TTU's baby mama and girlfriend at the time, baby was on our ass about not going to work.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to do this. But we was taking risks. And I told my job, I said, hey, I'm not gonna be here next week. They was like, all next week? I said, yes. I said, I'm a DJ, I'm gonna roll. He's like, well, we need you here. And I was like, well, I'm trying to get $1 million. Y'all got $1 million.
Yeah. What's that feeling like though? Just quitting your job and telling them I ain't coming back.
Man.
Is it a feeling to where you like, damn, what's gonna happen next? Or is it feeling like, shit, I'm ready for whatever?
It's a feeling. Only thing I was thinking was, damn, when I get off tour, is my job gonna be here? That's really all I was thinking about. I wasn't worried about, because the risk that I was taking, bro, was gonna elevate me.
Yeah.
And because I took that risk, it got me to this point right here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, I don't regret the shit or nothing like that, but only thing I was thinking was, damn, is they gonna let me continue what I was doing? Because I was doing me and TT, we was doing landscaping for the same company.
Yeah, okay.
So, but like, we was skilled. Like, I was skilled and he was skilled in the shit. Like, I was riding the big machines. Like, all the 48s, the zero turn. Yeah, I was on that shit.
Yeah.
So I was important. So when I did come back, they did let me have my job, but they was like, you know,
looking at you sideways.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, nigga, y'all, like I said, bro, y'all got, and in the first interview I did with you and Smitty, bro, like I said that shit. I was like, man, niggas riding around in a fucking Toyota looking at you crazy, like, hey, do this shit.
Looking down on you.
And we outside, but your hair blowing in the air. Yeah. And you telling us what to do, and you a redneck. Let's not forget that. Yeah. You a freckle face redneck with the straw hat on.
Telling you what to do.
Telling us what to point. Like, come on, who? Nigga, I'm a musician.
Fuck no.
I'm a musician. I play instruments. I can make beats. I rap. I can write songs. I play at church every Sunday. I'm a DJ.
You got $1 million skills already, bro.
Why the fuck am I hit this whole, man, get up out of
here. You got that wake up call though. You know, when they say, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired,
yeah, dog.
That's one of the moments, bro. I definitely want to put the spotlight on this single though, bro, for us to pay me. I know it took a minute to blow up. And a lot of times too, a lot of artists don't understand this. One song is very important. I've been saying this shit since 2017. Get one song. And you the one that actually done it. Even though you probably didn't try to make, well, you know what I'm saying, put some more stuff out. But at the same time, you kept that one song on board though. You kept that shit as the spotlight. And that's why I think it's doing what it's doing to this day. But it took how long? 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, I wrote that bitch in 2021.
4 to 5, okay, yeah.
I wrote it in 2021. When all that shit happened in 2021. I was playing it in the club, and people like, damn, who this is? I'm like, this me. Nigga, this your song? Like, at first it was the Workers at Euphoria.
Yeah. Like,
shout out to Dre, my dog. I call him Hookah Dre. Get you a hook on Thursdays at the bar. Dre. Yeah, that nigga made the best hooks, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
So, Dre was like one of the first ones to tell me that my shit was hard. And I was like, okay, you know, appreciate it. And then, like, I would come there and I wouldn't play my shit. I think I ain't played my shit for like 2 weeks. He was like, hey, bro.
When you gonna drop that?
Drop that shit again. What you talking about? All right, boom. Euphoria closed. I'm on somebody on the phone, strolling.
Yeah.
And they was at Empire, and they making a video, just in Empire
to the song.
And they would just make because it was jumping in that bitch.
Oh, okay.
And my song was playing, so I was like, damn. Yeah. So that's what made me. I had never been in Empire. I had went to Mike's when it was Mike's, but I had never been in the new Empire. So when I walked up in there, I went to the DJ, but I was like, what up? He was like, oh, Savage, what up?
Yeah.
And I don't know this nigga.
Right.
I forget the nigga name, goddamn it. But I don't know this man. But he knew me.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, he's like, yeah, bro, man, I ain't seen you since Euphoria. I realized a lot of people knew me in Euphoria.
Yeah.
So
you meet so many, that's what I'm saying. You're a DJ, you meet so many people within that night, you ain't gonna remember no damn body.
At all, bro. I ain't know what that was.
To remember everybody to you that you meet. I know it is for me. People be seeing me, y'all, I'm like, damn, bro, I hate that I don't know that nigga name, bro. But when you be zoned out, you don't remember that, bro.
Because you focus right here and you reading the crowd. You got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying?
Going on.
So I read them up, whatever. I was like, man, I saw a video the other day, you was playing my song. He said, yeah, I play this shit all the time.
Yeah.
He was like, Danger put me on that shit. I said, who the fuck is Danger? He pointed, a dancer.
Yeah. And she going crazy too.
Hey, I walked to her, I was like, what up? She was like, I think she was looking at me to throw some money on her or whatever, but I was like, I'm Savage, DJ Savage. She was like, "Oh, you the one with the song?" I was like,
she didn't know you either though.
No, she didn't. I don't think we had never met.
Yeah, okay.
I think she probably like viewed my page or something.
Okay.
But we had never met, and I didn't know who she was.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my first time meeting Danger. You know what I'm saying? I had to like thank her. I was like, man, I appreciate you for liking my song. I was like, how you hear my song? And she was like, she said it was playing on something. I want to say Euphoria.
Yeah.
She walked in Euphoria, some shit like that, and heard it or whatever. So, but bro, she was making clips and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
She really showing love.
And that's why I had her like in the video we just did. I had her in the video, and I told her like I had interviewed her before, and I told her, I said,
she in the video. Somebody was calling her ass. He pointed at the phone.
It bitch said no call ID.
Some bugaboo. Man, she be clowning these niggas, boy.
Hey, boy, look.
She funny though, man.
Hey, she real funny, but you know she's a record breaker. She and DJs, of course, but the first person.
But you said that ain't the first time she done that too though. She did that to somebody else, didn't?
Fast Life Pope.
Yeah, you was telling me about that.
She go in there and request the songs, bro, and it's like she know the bops.
Yeah.
She know the bops because Fast Life Pope shit fire.
Danger
know she can be an A&R. Like if she was to ever lead the dancing business, A&R, I would always recommend for her to be in A&R.
A&R. Yeah.
She knows songs, bro. Like all of them. So yeah, that's how the that's how the record got motion.
Gotcha.
It started from that, and then I linked up with DJ Slip. Now DJ Slip, that was my partner. DJ Slip he used to always come tell me at Hush, bro, I love the way you DJ, bro. Like you killing right now.
Yeah.
Hush Lounge on the Sunday used to go crazy.
Yeah. That
like,
R&B night,
man,
that shit used to go up. Boy.
That shit used to go up.
I probably went 2 or 3 times, and every time that shit been a movie. And I like it like that too because when you have nights like that, R&B nights, it don't be crazy shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Nigga ain't try to fight, tear the club up, you know, shut it down.
Right.
So that's why I kind of like the vibe because it's R&B all night, and you gotta worry about no BS shit like that.
And even when we did, like, cause eventually we went from like at the end of the night we would turn up, but we would just play, you know, shit for the females, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, Slip would come in that bitch and tell me, hey, bro, I love what you DJ. Slip would tell me, hey, I'm using that, and I go hear Slip DJ. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm using that.
Yeah.
Man, me and Slip, we be bouncing off each other.
Yeah.
But a lot of time, while I would walk in Aria on a Sunday, which is why I shot the video on Aria. I would walk in Aria on a Sunday, and as soon as he see me, he would drop that song. And so really, after that,
yeah.
And then like we started working Playhouse on a Sunday. That shit was going up. So we playing that.
How long you was at Playhouse?
I've been at Playhouse so I can't even tell you how many years. I was at that motherfucker when it was Side Effects.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I had left for a minute, but when I came back, it was Playhouse. It was renovated. It looked new. It was great. Shout out to Tim, Sean. I love y'all.
They put it back in the game.
Yeah, they put it back in the game. Then Mozzie the one came and got me. He like, look here, bro, I need you. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I was staying away from that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, bro, hey, bro, I need you, bro. Mozzie always came and got me. Mozzie gave me the job when it was at Side Effects. So, you know, because of Mozzie, man, he had a big part of me being at Playhouse. But because I was there and me and Slip was doing them Sundays, like I'll be like, it got to the point where like Slip was like, he wasn't really a big talker. He in it now. I can't lie to you, he in it now. But at first he wasn't no big talker. So I would be on the mic and he would be DJing. So we be on the mic and it's jumping, and I'm talking about in the middle of it jumping. You just hear my shit come on. He was just playing. And now everybody bopping to it. They like, okay, and everybody still throwing money and all that shit, bro. Like that's how that shit came about.
They gonna Shazam it.
Shazam, all that shit.
And that bitch gonna get you on.
And honestly, it was like because he was doing that, everything had went up for me from there. It was like I started becoming a local celebrity. And like I ain't know, like people ain't trying to, you know, I be taking pictures and shit like that, but I ain't talking about in the risk of like being a real celebrity, but just saying like everybody knows who I am.
That beat celebrity status.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like everybody show me love, you know what I'm saying? And I show love back. Like I ain't got no beef with nobody, man. I ain't beefing on no female. You know, none of that shit, bro. So, you know, everything playing a part, and all that really just come with being like in a relationship with God. My light is bright.
It's shining, bro.
That it attracts. And some people don't even know they got a light. I had to sit back and peep that, I got a light on me, because I can't hide for shit.
Nah, you can't.
Like, you can notice people fuck with you.
Yeah.
But some people don't know how to handle that people fuck with them. So they be extra. you know, be doing this, doing that. Gotta be loud, outspoken.
Yeah, trying to be noticed.
But I be hiding.
Want folks to notice them?
I be hiding, bro.
Yeah.
I walk in that big head down hat. When it was cold, I had shiesty mask, all that shit. I had a long dark Vader ass coat, hood on.
Seen for real.
Nah, for real, bro. And
Nigga ducked out.
I remember when I was depressed. This is how I knew I had a real light in me. But I remember when I was depressed, when I was down, like losing that weight and shit. I went to Yo Shelf and go eat by myself. I'm in that bitch with my TIG hoodie on. I got my shiesty on. Everything black, all black. Hood on. You don't even know I got dreads. Like, I left up out of there. I gave my tip, paid, left up out of there. Lady ran out the door. Hey, come here. Man, I don't know why you trying to hide, because I seen your light from all the way at the bar. Also, it's dark in there. It's dark in there.
She ain't talking about the light. You think she talking about?
She ain't talking about no physical light, nigga. And I was masked. Listen, bro, I was masked up. You couldn't see nothing but my nose and my eyes. When I ate, I pulled down a little bit, whatever. But after I got done, I sat there for a minute. How the hell can you see anything? And I had my shades on.
So they don't, how in the hell do they even notice you?
But she said she seen me. Then she prophesied to me. And I started thinking the prophesied shit was bullshit.
Yeah.
Until she said, yeah, your ancestors watching you. You got ancestors that like you got angels around you, they watching you. She said, I'm hearing a Margaret or a Mildred. And I was like, But like my grandma named Margaret.
Wow.
I didn't know nothing about no Mildred, but when I told my mama this shit, she said, Mildred? I said, yeah. She said, that's my dad's mom.
Damn.
I never met her dad.
Yeah.
Or I don't know nothing about her dad. She said, yeah, that's my dad's mom name. Mildred and Margaret.
Dog, that shit gave me chills.
Come on, dog.
That's how you know that's real. That's a real thing. People don't think that is real. If you believe in God, you believe in prophets. I just say that.
And people don't believe in God, but they believe it's a devil.
It's crazy.
They believe it's a savior.
Hell, that
Like,
work out.
Right,
I
like
don't know how the fuck I can't wrap my mind around that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a true believer. You can't tell me God ain't real. Like,
Thanks.
but bro, I'm proud of you, bro. Keep doing your thing. You killing it. Shit, we've been knowing each other since 2000 and since I got up here. 18?
Yeah,
2018, something like that, bro. So, man, I just say I wish you the best, nigga. Keep going. Don't stop.
Right,
Hit the
man.
gas some more. Take the brakes off that son of a bitch.
Don't worry about it. We all
Go.
going, nigga.
You know what it is, man. It's the Rich Takerz. Comment, subscribe to the channel. Savage. Anything you want to say to the people before you get up out of here, bro?
Hey, man, take y'all out to church.
Oh, I like that.
Take y'all out to church, man. Y'all, you know, we talk about me all day, man. And if you don't like church, man, get your relationship with God, man.
Yeah.
And still, go to church, man. Refresh yourself, man. Let God lead your life so you can get these blessings too. Everybody can get them. Everybody got a purpose on here. Find out what your purpose is. Thrive with this purpose. Men, don't go looking for no women. Thrive in your purpose and the women gonna come to you.
I promise.
Come on, G.
And with that being said, we go.